Hey guys, Earl Jewel Bait Company for this week's Tackle Tip Tuesday. This week I'm going to talk to you about the 11/16 Special Ops HD Flippin' Jig, give you a few tips and pointers, kind of tell you a few things we like to do with it. Maybe it'll help you put a few more fish in the boat, because now is an excellent time of year to be fishing this jig. So one of the first things you're going to notice about this jig is 90 to 95% of the weight of this jig is in the head of the jig, very little down the shank. What that does is allows the jig to fall straight down into the cover that you're fishing, whether it be bushes, laydowns, docks, whatever it is. When you pitch it into, the jig's going to fall down through the limbs of the bushes instead of gliding through them. So when you do get a bite, it makes it easier to get them out of there than if you're over 4 or 5 other limbs that you didn't really want to be. So the weight being in the head is what really makes this jig key. So once I get this one here, I got rigged up. I've got the bass whacker color with the senior size of the VersaCrawl that will be out before too long. One of the first things I like to do is trim my weed yard. A little misconception out there is that your weed yard being big and stiff and heavy is what keeps you from getting hung up, but it's really not true. The head design of your jig is what actually keeps you from getting hung up. So this one, as you'll notice, our flipping jig has more of a bullet shape, along with like our finesse flipping jig, it has more of a bullet shape because they're made for pitching into cover and to come back out there without getting hung up. I mean, that's why there's so many different styles of heads that we build, from a spider finesse head to a football head, you know. So everything has a condition that you're supposed to fish that particular head design, and that's what keeps you from getting hung up even more so than your weed yard. So I like to trim that down. Then what I'll do is I'll tie this jig on 15-pound line at the lightest, and I'll go up to as much as 25-pound test, but 20 is where I have found that this jig excels the most and what works best for me. Whether I'm fishing bushes, boat docks, laydowns, whatever it is, 20 is perfect for getting back out there. This has got a custom 4-aught hook in it, so it's plenty heavy for whatever size line you want to use. Then I'll pair that up with, like today, I've got it on a 7.6 Vertus heavy fast action rod, and I'll fish it on a 7.2 medium heavy fast action. And what the fast action rod does for you, that gives you a soft tip. So when you're pitching in a piece of cover, if the fish are biting a little bit light, you know, that rod's got a little bit of give to it, so you can feel the fish before it feels you, and then split your jig out and let you go. So 11/16 HD flipping jig, bass whacker color. Another color that I really like is our Okeechobee blue. You'll notice that's not in our standard jig lineup of the HD series, but you can go on our website and go to the bulk section, buy the 11/16 heads by themselves, buy whichever color skirt that you like or works well in your area, pair them together, you got you an awesome jig. 15 to 25-pound fluorocarbon line, a 7.2 to 7.6 medium heavy to heavy fast action rod, and you're ready to go fishing. Check them out at jewelbait.com, and thanks for tuning in to Tackle Tip Tuesday.